Goodness gracious. Welcome back, my most ethical light and love crew. Also Angels of Love and Light. Yeah, I know, doing your thing, doing wonderful things. My cream crew. Yeah. Today's a weird day. It started off with a broken pattern. You know, like it's like dotted line perforate here. So there's kind of like a permission slip thing going on. Yeah. So then I feel like it's not so bad. But there's something. I don't know. I just feel sad. I don't know. So when you break up the pattern, it changes the trajectory, right? So this is good. I'm not that much of a control freak. Where yeah, that's not why I feel a little weird like right now. But anyway, so what's the overcast all about? We've got that all today, perhaps halfway through tomorrow, it feels like. If I motion the clouds through, definitely they can clear up. I don't want to try to force them today. Let me just try a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, I don't want to try it because I can make them come out, but I want to know what the overcast is all about. There's a lot. I don't want to force them. In fact, I think it's actually going to be a little bit sunny later today, but I don't want to force it. I want to see what it's all about. In certain companies where they're like, so what are the weather conditions in your arena? And this is because of like working remotely and just checking your ambiance. What are you dealing with today? And then it's like the most PC way of saying like if there's stormy conditions, stormy weather, or if it's like open and clear, sunshiny forecast. Yeah, I got a promotion. That shit. So, the funny thing is that I have never that's crazy. Out of all the things that I've done, I've never been able to say that I got a promotion. Out of all the things that I got to do, got done, and I was never, ever, 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 ever given a promotion. Never. That's crazy. I just realized that. But it's not the end of the world. It's just a life that I have never, ever lived here. That is the craziest thing. I never. Well, something's due for change, and that is the craziest thing. I have, like, ever, like, out of all the realizations that I've had, and um this is one that I have. I mean, at this level, at this strength, it's been a long time since I don't even know what's comparable discovery. And I wouldn't say that I'm disappointed in myself. I would say, maybe that's why there's so much hate in the spiritual realm. That's where I get my promotions. That's where I get so incredibly heightened. But in the material world, I have never. I'm thinking back on all of my jobs. Oh, you know what? Actually, that first one at the office, that was kind of by default. It was that was a fake promotion, let me tell you. Shall I tell all the details, Archangel Michael? Let me see here. Page of Pentacles in reverse. No, keep it to yourself. Nobody needs to know your fucking memoirs. You don't need to give that milk for free. Fuck that. That was just by default, and that was a fake. It was a fake. But I can technically say, for real, I have never, ever, 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 ever gotten a promotion on the 9-to-5 job. Anyway, so, weather conditions. What's the overcast trying to tell me today? We got these two cards. Queen of Cups in reverse on the left side, and on the right side it's Temperance. This is wonderful because this has multiple meanings. Queen of Cups in reversal is receptivity to insecure feminines, people who are also intuitive, but use that for conniving ways. You know, like when you know, like how there's women who are man haters. Well, there's men who are women haters, and it's all because of the queens that are in reversals. Not the teeny bopper pages that are, you know, like just getting out there in life and trying to figure things out. They make mistakes or whatever. They, you know, pick little fights. It's like, you know, pesky little problems. No, we're talking about the queens that abuse their power, their gifts. So, highly manipulative, especially on the intuitive bodies for the Queen of Cups. And the worst part about that are the offenses taken because offenses made because of their own insecurities. So they are projecting. This is rather narcissistic and rather tricky in the intuitive bodies, the subconscious, which men really do not like. They do not appreciate is a more firm way to put it. So it creates the divide. They ruin it for many other women out there. So that's what's happening there with me. There's a lot of people fucking around with their gifts. But you know what? They're not really powerful when they abuse their stuff like that. This includes people who are fellow readers that are just kind of nosying around. I'm not saying all of them are like that, but I definitely am accounting for that, those energetics. I can tell because I'm like, oh, you know, I didn't 100% follow what spirit, you know, what Archangel Michael was telling me. It was just like, you know, don't don't listen to other readers at this time. But you know, I started to not. I mean, I started to listen to that, and then I used it for a specific phase because I'm like, I'm already good. Like I'm already like, I don't have any like hunger for power to the level where like that's exactly like, you know, like no I don't, but I when I do listen to other people's readings, when I do end up, I just like, I kind of give it a chance. Like it's just meeting somebody like, even like at the freaking grocery store or whatever, or like the bank or whatever you are, wherever I am, you know, you just go around and like, oh, you know, it's feeling the room out too. So, and taking it kind of like with a grain of salt. And so when I'm able to do that, you know, when we are able to do that, um, then you can tell who's bullshit and who's not, and then you take them off the feed. You know, that's really all there is to it. I have no emotion to block anybody on YouTube. I just at that level, you just kind of like siphon them out. And I remember who I kicked out, because I have, like I told you, I have like 2 or 3 different accounts where like I will view, you know, certain things from. And so um I know when people are trying to leak through still into my energies. That's what I do with my intuition and all of that. I work roundabouts. I don't need to like fuck with anybody. I just like, I'm gonna know who's dipping into my energy on different levels. So that's what I do. Secret stuff. Not so secret anymore. I'm entitled to it. Anyway, that's how temperance is built. I can read the room easily, just keeping my shit to myself. See. And oh my gosh, you know what this reminds me of? This toy that I had, like, my sisters and I had, like, way back in the day. It was like this hexagonal type of 3D hexagon thing, where it was like blue on the bottom and yellow on the top, this plastic thing. So you would open it up and you could twist it or whatever to like, how is it? Okay. So it's blue on the bottom and yellow on the top. In each and every little angle, it was kind of like a, you know, in like, what do you call it? Like a, what do you call that? Gosh. Anyway, in its each facet, it had like a triangle, a square, a circle, an oval, a star, a heart, except, you know, whatever. And so the blocks would fit into shapes into there. So it was one of those, like, you know, preschool toys. And then when you open it up, in that center point, because there's like a tube here or elongated, and it had open area, you could let the blocks out, and that's what's happening there. Yeah. And memories and all. It was blue on the bottom, red on the top. The handles to open were yellow. And gosh, my memory is so good sometimes. Actually, I think it's good 100% of the time. I don't know. I just remember a lot of things that are not like forced for me to remember. It's weird. Um yeah. So anyway, that's what the Overcast is telling me, okay? Telling me today that there's a blanket, there's like a veil where people are trying to disguise their ways, their routes, yeah, that's what they're trying to do. The ones that are trying to fool you. But then the most advantageous part of this is that I can still be the Queen of Cups upright. I'm just on my like inversion table. I'm just, you know, straightening up my spine, like doing some, you know, just like hanging out for a little bit. And it's checking the undercurrents, it's like, you know, the community swimming pool. You're in with your goggles, you're like on the down low, and you're just observing life all around, or snorkeling or whatever, just like observing life all around. And with that, you especially do that for yourself. And so you're like, oh, things are pretty chill here. I should hang low for a while. Not like play dumb or play small. No, I'm just hanging out. You know, I'm not here to like create waves. I'm just like, this is good. Just kind of being a fly on the wall. So that's what's happening here. A lot of bodies of water here. Let me tell you something too. This is so stupid. Why do I share this with you? It's okay. Because then you know, like I'm a little weirdo by myself too. So when it gets really, really cold, what I'll do is I will go like in the shower, but I won't turn the shower on, but I won't take a bath, but I'll turn on the like little faucet area, and then I'll creep up like there and just like try to put, like, because it's a maximum capacity of water that we have. Our water pressure really sucks at home. So like if you flush the toilet, then like the shower goes like, it's just like it's fucked. So I don't know who fucked with that, but whatever. Life builds its character. And so like the maximum amount of like heat and water will come through that faucet area. So this is me at the faucet area. It's crazy. Anyway, the overcast is telling me that things are actually quite chill. So, you know, don't worry about it. Yeah. Like I was just worrying about certain relationships and letting people in and being kind to people who, you know, are all about the fuckery. And, you know, like just, why invest in like that view, you know? Just pull down the shades and just do your own thing. So, what is this overcast telling me today? These two here, the tower moment and the moon, see, in reversal. Then on my lap, as you can see, something's happening with these two cards out. Okay. That's the Emperor on my lap. Oh, on my left thingy. That's crazy. Hi, Emperor. Hi, Emperor. Okay, so what fell down here pretty much on the side is, the moon card and the tower moment in reverse. So things are happening. It's that nanu moment, extraterrestrial. You see that on the top? And it's like cone heads, like, you know, when when they show their love for each other or like understanding, they bump their like cones together. That's what's happening. Yeah, it's very extraterrestrial, as you can see with the moon card here as well. Like a spaceship coming from beneath the waters, kind of like Atlantis almost. But it's also, for here, this is nothing to fear, at least for me. This is an emergence, basically like a massive lotus flower, but it's a welcoming, like, you know, Darth Vader, or his ship, or like any like spaceship in like Star Wars, I think, when they bring down that thing, the entryway, and then so this is an entryway for me. My out of this world buddies are coming through. Thank you. 8 of Cups and 6 of Pentacles. That's what was like protruding from here in order to like catch these two. So 8 of Cups is following that path, moving forward to it. Like, you know what? I'll pass on, you know, this dim sum here, and I'm gonna move on out. I'm gonna move on out. What's the song? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I can't just seem to get enough of you. Why did I get that song? And then I hear, boy, I think, who's it? About it every night and day. I'm addicted, wanna jump inside your love. What? I just can't get enough. Why am I getting that here? What? This is like, has nothing to do with that. What? Somebody's in love. What? These cards don't say anything like that. What? I don't understand. Six of Pentacles is reciprocity. Oh, there's somebody in the background. This is the first time I've ever seen this. Like, right here. Does that not look like a show of somebody? Do like the head, and then like the shoulders, and then like, that's crazy. Somebody's wanting to present reciprocation. And there's love. Oh my gosh, there is. Holy smokes, I haven't seen this in a long time. But the heart, this is like a Celtic knot. But so like there's a heart right there hidden, and then any way you turn it, there's still the heart. There's still the heart. There's still the heart. However way you see it, there's reciprocity all around on this. So somebody wants to present that. And so we're leaving like an offering here of what's proposed to be wealth or whatever, a stacked proposal of dim sum. But then we're walking towards reciprocity here. It's like, forget you. I'm gonna go over here. That's what's happening. Oh my goodness. That's what? Somebody wants to secure reciprocity with me. They're like coercing me out of the, the extra noise, all the, that's crazy. And this is not a game. That's crazy. What is going on? This is Overcast telling me today. This is my actual hairdo from sleeping. As you can see, this is what's going on with me. See, it's like I have two hairstyles. Like, this is Tina from here. This is Tina from there. And this is Tina here. That's why I don't mind when my hairdo is lopsided or there's asymmetrical features to me. It's okay. It's okay. That's what the 80s are all about. Is it haute couture? Avant-garde. Am I saying that right? I don't know. It's the top of the deck. It's 3 of coins in reversal. Is somebody dismissing me? Is somebody firing me? Or is it a jobby job? A new jobby job coming up. Oh. Hey, what's up? Oh. What's going on? Partnerships. It could also mean partnerships or school or in an upright. Oh, yeah. You know what? Okay. So, I've already said it. I think people would be like dimwits if they didn't know what I was going through. So anyway, going through a divorce, like taboo. Ooh, she let the cat out of the bag. Whatever, People find out in their own ways. It's like, just because it's delivered or found out in a certain way, there's a certain like, definition to the person that's like, whatever. Anyway, going through the divorce. You know what that means? That is a huge chapter to close for the saga to continue into another elevated platform. So you know what? This is taking down the big like plaque. I did this a while ago. taking down all of these like mementos. Like we had this clock of there's this store called like Things Remembered from like way back in the day. It's almost like is that store Native Visions? No, what is it called? Natural Wonders, kind of like that. The vibe, but it was a different like service. So anyway, Things Remembered, they etch and sketch basically on personalized items, whatever. And so, like through engraving, you pick this thing and then you spit, like, anyway, we had this wedding clock with a picture on the top and engraving on the inside with, like, you know, plaque letters or whatever. I took that down a long ass time ago, put it in the garage. During the separation, you know, when he was still like living under the same roof, and he would smoke out in the garage and like make a big mess with all of his weed. And so there were a bunch of like crumblies and dust and like rat shit and all of that all over the clock. It made it easy to throw it away. after you know, he left and he was ordered to move out, and then, you know, I went through like all of these things. It's like there's no need for this. Like, I understand that I have children, and there are certain things that I won't dispose of for them to have, because my memory is not necessarily their memory. And I know as a child there are certain there's differences in desires of preservation and all of that. So it's not like I'm going to throw away like all the photos or this and that. It's more of like the mementos. So I, you know, I was able to throw that part out because like that's not really their memory. There's no association to that. But I'm not going to throw away like all the wedding photos or whatever. Like, I want my kids to have like understand their origin. Like, there's a lot of people that I have run into more in the past like 2 or 3 years, that are, I don't want to use derogatory words, because like terms, I don't know if it's appropriate to call someone like an orphan. What, like, I don't know what you call it, but it is that, okay. So well, they have to live in like foster homes and go through that life, you know, and like, or people who take the blood test to find out who their parent, like what their origin story is. So I don't want to deny my kids of missing pieces, let alone their own kids or whatever. And you know, there was a time that had happened, and you know, it doesn't encompass the whole story, but it gives you like a snippet of it. And so even though like I'm rather detached from it, I just know that certain things carry purpose. Like, it's kind of like historian value, you know? You don't want to like damage certain things. It's like book burning almost. You know, like, I'm not interested in that, but it provides reference. And so anyway, why did we even get there? I don't even know. But okay, so what is the weather trying to tell me? 3 of Cups, well celebrated. Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. I forgot to show you, but they don't want me to show you. I guess I don't, because I realized why I got there. But anyway, the 3 of Pentacles in reverse is taking that down, and then for something to be put up there. Celebration, for sure. I guess what I just said is very, very well celebrated. It's like shared. It's like was it menage a trois of celebrations right there. Everything's dripping on everything. Okay. All right. So what is the Overcast trying to tell me today? Okay, we have 7 of Swords in reverse. That's good. So Spirit is taking essentially like Spirit through another source on this earthly plane. And even like, yeah, there's like, you know, when a big project happens, you delegate certain tasks to certain people. You give them like what they're best at, especially if it's like this big ass thing that's supposed to be celebrated. You delegate these tasks. However, and like, oh my gosh, I feel like the Boston writing has taken like a lot of my learnings to employ in their stuff without giving me credit, like ever, ever, ever. You could totally tell, because like she never used to shine like this before. And so like everybody knows that this kind of like upgrade to her delivery is because of me, because of my exposure. So anyway, whatever, you know, it just sucks because she's cashing out on her promotion and her paycheck and like because of me. But the wonderful thing about that is the thing that matters most to her is her reputation. And that part is not upgraded because people can see right through the fact that she's stealing energy and essence and all that shit from me. So, you know, I take my wins. I pick my battles. So anyway, essentially, people, the bullshit is being taken away. Like Seven of Swords, there are no lies here. Everybody sees it in plain sight. So here, I'm left with 2 swords. Like, you know what? These are extras. It's bullshit. You know, you don't need all that stuff. Okay. So, I only need 2 swords, which is, you know, 1 for each side. There's something like, like samurai about that. I don't know why. Like, you know, I don't know, but, this is, yeah. But anyway, they're going to take out like the extra, so I don't have to worry about it. This is, oh yeah, okay, so what I was saying about delegating. Oh, and then there's a room where like you delegate certain, no, I'm not even going to share that. Should I share it? Okay, I'll share it, whatever. So when you delegate things to like certain people, it's because like you know that they're really, really, really good at whatever they're, and then so that when you all come together, it's like banging, right? But then there's places where like there's people where you know that there's room for growth. So you delegate certain things, like they may not necessarily, you don't know whether or not they're good at that thing, but you just give them that wiggle room, like of that allowance to, so you delegate that to them. So even with me saying that, like I kind of feel like I'm going to be given something like that is like it's kind of bullshit. But they're going to pass it off as like, oh, this is your growing period here, whatever. We'll see what you can do. And so like, I'm kind of griping and saying that, divulging that because, but you know, I have faith in myself and I enjoy, like, I'm allowed that wiggle room. So if I fuck it up, I fuck it up, you know, whatever. But I'll take it as practice, sure. So I'm not worried about it. It was like ping. they're telling me, you know, it's okay. I'm resilient. Anyway, what's going on now? So what is the Overcast telling me today? Okay. 8 of Swords in reverse, 10 of Swords, Knight of Coins in reverse. That was like we hardly ever get that in the neighborhood where like there's a kickback of like exhaust, and it sounded like a low-key like gunshot, you know. That's crazy. So it's like this exactly gives me the vibe. So they're like they're like you're free to go. You're like you're free, like go, and then like that psych, and then like 10 swords, like pin you 10 gunshot, you know, like off in the dark to get every like part of you. And then like that's the Knight of Pentacles, that's a delivery. So there's something about like it's a bait and switch concept where, you know, like you're in a prison and they're like, okay, you can run, you can go. And, or like somebody's escaping, right? And then, like the guards are just watching, like, no, just wait, don't shoot yet. So like give them hope until like they're running up and they're like climbing up this, they're almost there. They have this like heightening hope that they're about to free themselves, and then it's like, okay, now you can shoot. And then that's when like the hope dies. Like, I was almost there. The last living thoughts are like, I almost got there. And then, like, they fall to the ground. And they're dead on the inside and dead on the outside. That's how cruel the people are sometimes, you know? You're free. And then that happens. Not just by one gunman, but multiple. You know? Multiple assassin type of energy at heart. Not at delivery, but at, like, that's their core essence. So then that's what, like, they'll be patient to like make that kill. Yeah, I can feel it like in my solar plexus area. It's like an aching, like a bruising. Anyway, I'm not supposed to take that in. But you know, you can't give weight to that. What's the clarifier for that, spirit? Like Archangel Michael, what? Oh, it's the person that's sick again. I felt the nasal, like esophagus area, like come through, like that kind of sickness thing coming through. It's the same one. So it's not. It's the boss. Why is he fucking around like that? I don't understand. Why is he fucking around like that? I guess he wants to die an awful death. I don't understand. I don't understand why he chooses that path. There's only so much leverage that I'm going to give for the other boss in writing that she has him under some kind of a spell. You don't get that freebie card to like just fuck around. No. I mean, unless they're if they're doing other stuff where he's reattaching those bonds, then you know, it's still his problem. So I don't understand what. So anyway, let's clear our minds. In fact, oh, give me this. Thank you very much. Round 1. Fight. Anyway. So what is your recommendation, Archangel Michael? Okay, that's quite a bit. Page of Wands in reverse, Page of Swords in reverse, 4 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and Ace of Pentacles. Okay. The winning strategy for this contender in Tina's corner is accountability and ownership on your own domain, your own pentacle. This is what is this? Page of Wands against the Page of Swords. What the fuck? Oh, you know what? This is saying? Show up to the match. Don't think that you're freeing yourself because like people like have opened the door and you get to like run around free and do, you know, like you're not free in that sense. It's still a prison. So you show up to the match. Is that? Hold on. Wait. Fuck. Book. There's Six of Pentacles right here. Aww. There's somebody in the background that's really helping me out. This is the Six of Pentacles in total right here. The person in the shadows right here is boss energy. But let's just let's not highlight that, because I have to take ownership for that internally, because why would this person show up if they didn't kind of like understand that energy within me? So let's say my higher self, okay, my higher self, like my boss self, is like saying, Tina, remember this. Okay, so there's that. Okay, but there's 2 pages in reverse here. You know what this is saying? This is like the little sister to this. You know, I'm getting pro nails by Kid Sister and I think someone else. I think I don't know who that's, but it's the Resco remix. I think it's Resco. Talk shit from around the way. Something like, uh-oh. Those are just fragments. Anyway, so I'm you know, these are 2 pagelings fighting. These are 2 hobbitses fighting. And one is like a bullshit talker. Like, I know all the details. You know what? You know, it's crazy because when I first started my first week doing HR work, I like all of my personal information, the boss who's currently, you know, in writing, she told me to copy her in to the emails to HR to make sure that that was sent out. However, she only wanted me to do that. I'm looking at this in hindsight, so that she can abuse my information, so that she could see, like, look into my life, like, kind of, it's like a subtle permission slip almost. Like, this is trickery. Like, I didn't. So I know that this is totally invalid and this is invading my privacy. But this is kind of like releasing that information to her as well. So she can essentially check my bank account, how much is in it, who my emergency contacts are, and then fuck around there. And then like all of this personal information she has access to from day one. Oh, hey. Don't shop for it. Even if you are going to buy for it, you must need it. Okay, hold on, shit. Don't shop for it if you not going to buy it. You must need it. If you went to the store, responding to what you said a few minutes ago. So, anyway, let me get resituated here. Because, like, I'm moving in a lot of directions here. Yeah, so she can essentially do that. And she has been doing that. Like, I know that. And to check my birth chart. And, like, she doesn't give a fuck what your birthday is. The only reason why she cares to know what your birthday is so that she can check, like, on your natal chart and all of that. And, fuck around there. So, that's what's happening with that, okay? So, anyway, these are people, like, who abuse the information that, they receive on any level, like, any level of the hierarchy. You know, they're acting like pages in reverse. Page of swords in reverse, anyway. Gossip, lies, etc. It's just petty shit. Like, you see it everywhere. Anyway, here I am, Page of Wands in reverse. Okay. I have some things to do. I have to wrap up some things, but this is also unfinished business. So it's like we're in this ring match, right? And I'm like, okay, so somebody has the swords energy and I have the wands energy. Who do you think is going to win? The Emperor just fell off on my inbox here. The match is like, you don't know how adept people are. This is not somebody who is not well versed, but this is somebody who is not well versed. So, you know what I mean? Like, this straight up tells you factual that this is someone who is not well versed in whatever they're doing. This one, you could go either way. But like the little sister version, I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring my wand. Okay, let's go ahead and play. Let's go ahead and finish this up. And so you don't realize that this person is like a master of their wand. They're just coming in like, oh, okay, we got to finish this. Okay. And so every time that there's a strike, you know, this happens to catch the flat end of the sword. So her wand is not compromised. She actually knows how to disarm this person based on the flat end of their sword, but based on the reflective part of their sword, not the slicing part. So, and she also has the opportunity to, because like there's a crossbow area there of the sword, the hilt, where she can disarm him. So, but that's what's happening here. Like, just show up to it. Use your talent, Tina, because it's very, very entertaining and enjoyable. You see? That's crazy. Okay. So essentially, I've outwitted somebody within their own arena, based on my own talents and passion. Oh shit. Okay, what fell there is Nine of Cups, accentuated and Page of Cups. That is a total of 10 of Cups. That delivery for sure. For sure. This is, okay, somebody does pottery or something like that, because look, it looks like a kiln on top of the box. So it's like creation of something, of your own something. Like, I didn't have to go to the store to buy this. I made it custom made. It has its like, you know, because this is more like singing bowl type of energy, crystal bowl type of energy, whereas this has like an outward lip to it. So this person actually has lip on it. On them. This is somebody that can talk back if needed, as needed in its precision, all around 360 circumference. And that's funny. So it's kind of like spouted on all sides. These are energetics that are symbolic of what's within. And this is actually alchemy. This is creating your own cup, your own yeah, this is like I'm creating like this kiln a kiln is like the heating part of it, but like the spinning thing, whatever that is. That's this right here on top of the construct. Like, you're not going to tell me whatever, you know, this or that. You're not going to tell me what I can and can't do. You're not going to like even do that through hearsay. You can attempt, but there's no can do in all of your bullshit. So, look what I made of it. It is the 10th cup, and it is the highlight, the showcase. Like, I'm doing that on top of your construct. That is effectively the one up. That is in your face energy. Look what I did. What are you doing? Who says that? What is that? What are you? It's a snippet from a song. What are you doing? Is that ludicrous? I forgot. Anyway. Okay, lastly, because this is a long one. Okay. What is the Overcast telling me today? Any final thoughts, Archangel Michael, as I close this reading? Oh my goodness. Okay, there's this. 8 of Wands, communication. And it is actually, the other card is, it's like, it's wedged between the door sill and the, where you pop up the trunk, you know, so it's like, it's held by this thing, like, just like it slid there. What is this? It's the World card in reverse. It's the Threshold, okay? It's the finishing up stuff before you leave the car, before you enter it. There's something about that. There's no re-entry, therefore no re-entry fee. Look at that. We do not need to micromanage. So again, like the oh my goodness, this is funny. I'm getting kind of like a sundial on here, but this is also like the things that we are delegating here. All this stuff that's being delegated. The stuff that's delegated to me, whether in part or in whole, it's like, it's just a cycle. But this is showing me that there's, is that right? That I'm sitting on top of that? Hold on, let me, like I own it or I don't own it. King of Swords. Oh, look at that. King of Swords is here. Hello. So there's an observation from the outside, but it's not completely hidden. This is somebody that has seen many colors and how things are carried out across cultures. And they're just observing, okay? I don't need to worry about how I appear to be in what's delegated, but things, I don't know why did I get the 8 of Wands though? Communication. Justice. What? That's crazy. So this is a foreboding, not just of closure, but like of finishing up a cycle, but a whole new one delegated to me, like the whole pile. Like I'm sitting on top of like that, the whole thing. That's weird. Okay. I don't know. That's crazy. Aww. So the King of Swords is helping me finish business. Like while I'm closing out a cycle, I'm under their protection. I know this because it's communicated through these cards. Yeah. That's crazy. Okay. So, hello Overcast. Okay. Alright, so I think that's it. In the bottom of the deck, trophy. Yay! Trophy cup. Top of the deck. Intentions. Well, a good intentions, kind of like underneath the surface. Okay, so that's it. So, what is your takeaway? Our takeaway. 4 of Cups in reverse. The obvious choice. Multiple choice question. All of the above, or just the obvious answers are being provided here. Okay. Okay. That sounds good. Yes. Okay. What is just my takeaway here? Two of Swords. See that what you're left behind with, no bullshit. So you take those Two of Swords, and this is crazy. This is under construction, a work in progress here. So there's ultimate balance here. It's like the Two of Pentacles. She's standing on two stones while like waves are rolling in. So it's testing balance without having the like actual sight of immediacy and being wrapped up. Like there's construction happening like by us on the same floor, and it's a massive construction, and that's anyway, it's wrapped up like basically in plastic sheets or whatever. So it's kind of like that. I'm a work in progress with, this is crazy, what? And it's kind of overcast as well on that. Do you ever go to professional football or basketball games if happier times existed? What do you mean by that? So Two of Swords. Why would I get the Two of Swords so like that? Why is it listing? What's my takeaway is I'm under construction. I'm a work in progress. Especially after saying the Five of Swords is taken out from the Seven of Swords picture. So I just take my... So I already know I'm no bullshit. It doesn't matter if anybody else knows that or not. It would be helpful if people know that. But, you know, whatever their takeaway is. So why would I get the Two of Swords here? Why does it clarify for that? It seems so... I think it's just giving yourself grace and having confidence in that. Yeah, for sure. Okay. So you don't see anybody else standing around like doing the same shit. So yeah, it's very interesting. And still ready for like a combat. Okay, that's interesting. King of Wands gets this energy. This is somebody that's highly networked, charming, attractive. Definitely like they're well liked by regardless of sexual preference or gender. They are very well liked and understood. But they totally get my energy too. They understand it. And they're here for it. Yay! Alright. Okay, so I think that's it. But now that this reading is officially over, I thank all my sponsors, all my supporters, all donations provided in Latin love. And now that this reading is officially over, upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine, with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of roll out in light and love. I close the portals in this reading now.